So good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you to the May 10th, 2022 meeting of the Calvert County Board of Commissioners. At this time, I'd like to ask Pastor Rick Hancock if he would come forward to give us an invocation.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Would you join me in prayer? Father God, we're so thankful for the day, Lord. Thank you for this amazing gathering today. Just so awesome to see these men and women who serve our community so well. God, we are thankful for the day. Father, thank you for the gift of life that you provided for us today. And God, I want to take a moment and thank you for our county commissioners. God, so often I come here and I thank you for their service and their public service. But God, today I want to thank you for them personally. God, I pray your richest blessings upon each one. God, I pray that you meet them at their greatest point of need. Father, thank you for their willingness to serve and to lead. Father, we ask that you bless their families. God, I pray that your grace and your goodness and your mercy will be more than enough for each one every single day. God, we commit this meeting to you. We give you thanks for all things. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So Reverend Hancock comes to us today from Emmanuel Baptist Church, or no, not Emmanuel Baptist, I'm sorry, Emmanuel Church. Thank you. And for the next item on the agenda is to approve the agenda. Are there any additions or corrections to the agenda as presented? Hearing none.
Move to approve, sir.
Second.
Have a motion and a second that we approve the agenda as presented. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So today, you'll notice we're a little vacant to the left. Commissioner Hart's on vacation. I'm not sure where Commissioner McConkey is today, but, so it's just three of us. I'm scared. So, Pastor Hancock was right today. We have a very influential crowd in with us today, the people that serve the citizens of Calvert County. And as we get into the proclamations, you'll see why they're all here today. But it's a great day for us to have all of you with us. Pastor Hancock talked about us. We're not that important. You know, it's all of you out there that really serve the citizens of this county and this country that are important. So, but we will get to that shortly. Under public announcements, the only thing I have right now is tonight there's going to be a Board of Education forum that's going to be live streamed if anybody's interested. There are several candidates right now. I can't think how many. There are 6 or 7 candidates, I believe, running for the Board of Education. So this is a great opportunity for you all to get a feel for what they stand for and get a background on those individuals. So I would encourage everyone, if you can. And that starts at 6:30, and I assume that after tonight they will have opportunities to air that again. So be more opportunities for you to see that. So to get into proclamations, the first one today is for Patuxent High School NJROTC Air Rifle Team, Commissioner Gadwin.
It's coming. Thank you, Commissioner Hance. Can I have the NJROTC team please start with Coach Jeff, right? Can you start at the microphone, introduce yourself, and come on up?
First Sergeant Jeff Trieber, 20 years United States Marine Corps, teaching at Patuxent High School in our public school system for 15 years. I know a lot of people in here. Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for having us. That's all you
Come on up. Come on up and have your team come up. Got to introduce themselves on the way up. No, they can. Have them step up and introduce themselves.
Hello. My name is Cadet Christopher Mardones. I am one of the veteran shooters, and
Absolutely.
I've been in the program for 3 years now, and hopefully my 4th one, we can get the same trophy.
Fabulous. Come on up.
Cadet Mariah Stone. I was the team commander for this year. This is my 3rd year in ROTC, and my 4th year is upcoming.
Thank you.
I'm Cadet Gabrielle Price, and I am the current serving air rifle commander, and this is my 3rd year.
Cadet Madeline Vetting. This is my 2nd year.
You got too many medals. man.
I kind of have to stand on my tippy toes, but I am Cadet Antara Parikji, and this is also my 3rd year, and being on the air rifle team is absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Coach Jeff, can I get you to give us a little history here and tell us about your team and what you guys have accomplished?
All right. Not prepared, but anyway, real quick, I'm going to recognize that young lady back there real quick. Her name is Ashley Brown, and her name is actually on this trophy. She helped me win it in 2011. We were at Calvert High School. Thank you, Miss Brown, for being here, and I didn't even know she was going to be here. What a surprise. Our cadets worked hard this year. First time ever for me, and in Patuxent High School history, we stayed undefeated all year. The Secretary of the Navy Postal that we have, it's a huge competition. We won that, which set the stage for us for other competitions. But nobody in the Navy, JROTC this year, beat this team. So quick round of applause for them being undefeated. History, we've been building this, and the lucky part is that we lucked out with great shooters starting their freshman year. I pushed them really hard, and of course COVID hit, and we had a beautiful time with that. But they persevered, and this year we started out with a bang. Miss Vetting, step forward. She is our #2 shooter in the United States Navy JROTC overall. So round of applause for her real quick. Of course, the team wouldn't be a team without a team, and I've pushed the team concept since day one, and it's all about the team. We talk about it in practice. It's about the team. If we're having a bad day, another member's got to pick it up, because shooting is that way. One bad shot can ruin your day. And we've had those days, and we battled through it. And always, I can't say what I say to them normally when we get to kneeling, but I normally give them a little pep talk right before kneeling, tell them I need your best kneeling. I'll leave it like that. And they need to step it up. And we had to do that quite a few times this year, and especially at the big championships. So that's it. We rocked. I don't know. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And the previous winner back there, your name again?
Ashley Brown.
Ashley, I got to make a comment that I've just learned something. Do not upset the ladies, because obviously they can shoot really well.
Well, they listen better than the boys, except for him. He's the exception.
There you go. Whereas the youth of Calvert County represent our most treasured resource, and whereas the Patuxent High School NJROTC Air Rifle Team won the Navy National Air Rifle Championship, and whereas the team earned a season high score of 4,315, and whereas the members are Madeline Vetting, Antara Prekji, Christopher Mardones, Mariah Stone, and Gabrielle Price, who all rank nationally. And whereas the team faced off against 25 of the finest Navy air rifle teams in the nation, of 583 Navy JROTC units, the team made history. This is the first time Patuxent High School won the Navy national title. And whereas Calvert County has not earned this title, since 2011. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County that we congratulate the Patuxent High School NJROTC Air Rifle Team on winning the National Air Rifle Championship. Be it further proclaimed that we commend the team for their countless hours of dedication and wish them success on all their future endeavors. Given under our hands and sealed this 10th day of May, 2022, signed by all commissioners. Thank you.
First sergeant, want to hold the statue.
slightly over. If you can move the trophy over with you, just a little more center. We're kind of centered. There we go. Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Good there.
It's a capsule.
There it is. Perfect. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. One more. And
Small betting.
awesome. Yep.
See you, buddy. Moving things over. Let's go. Thank you.
Thank you. So this past year, I haven't kept track. Maybe we can find out. We've had a lot of state champions and national champions from our schools come through this room. It's really amazing, the little county that we are, and 92,000 people and 15,000 students in our school system, that we have the number of championships that we have here in Calvert County. So it's a great attribute to the school system and to the parents. We really appreciate that. So I have the next proclamation. I don't know why I have the next one, because it's celebrating Older American Month. So Ed, you're going to come on up. So those of us that are older Americans, we know a different Ed Sullivan, but here in Calvert County government, we have our own Ed Sullivan. So would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Commissioners, good morning. Ed Sullivan, Division Chief, Office on Aging. Thank you so much for recognizing older Americans in Calvert County this morning. We have some wonderful folks with us this morning. I'll have them introduce themselves. I do want to particularly say we have some Office on Aging staff members, frontline staff who are here with us this morning. We thought it was important to recognize our frontline staff. They're in the trenches every day, and they're the ones who do the work, as you mentioned earlier, Commissioner Hanson. We're so thankful for them. But we also have a few senior citizens who are private citizens who serve at our 3 senior centers, and we'll hear from them momentarily. Thank you.
Joan Carroll, President, Southern Pines Senior Council. Brenda Jacks, Office on Aging Custodian.
Melinda Gaines, Program Specialist, Southern Pines Senior Center.
John Etchison, North Beach Senior Council President.
Rosemary Mara, President of Senior Council at Calvert Pines.
Kelly Jones, Building and Grounds Worker for Office on Aging.
Jean Mugley, Support Planner, Office on Aging.
Christy Matchett, Maryland Access Point Coordinator.
Liz Youngblood, Office Specialist with the Office on Aging.
Grace Aller, Program Specialist, Calvert County Pine Senior Center.
Amanda Seymour, Aging Services Case Manager.
Larry Harvey, Long-Term Care Ombudsman Advocate, Prince Frederick.
Good morning, Charles Harrell. I chair the Commission on Aging for Calvert County.
Thank you, Commissioners. We appreciate the recognition. Thank you to our staff. We have lots of staff back working today, obviously. Thank you to the 3 senior council presidents who are here with us, and also Reverend Harrell, who chairs the Commission on Aging for Calvert County. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ed. Well, we want to thank all of you for being with us today. You know, those of us that are older doesn't mean we can't benefit our community. And so it's because of you all that volunteer. You know, you serve as chairs of those committees. Our Department of Community Resources and Department of Aging has great resources out there for anybody that needs assistance. And, you know, we see it not only in Department of Aging and Community Resources, but our fire departments. You know, we have senior members in our fire departments that do a lot of great things out there for us. So we want to thank all the older Americans that are out here in our community every day helping to make this county the great place that it is. So, whereas the older adults in Calvert County are the roots from which our community grows, who bestow gifts of wisdom and insight upon our younger generations, and who strengthen the bonds between neighbors to create a better place to live. And whereas an interesting number of adults are reaching retirement age and remaining stronger and more active than in years past. They are taking charge, striving for wellness, focusing on independence, and advocating for themselves and others. And whereas older adults in Calvert County deserve recognition for the contributions that they have made and will continue to contribute to the culture, economy, and character of our community and our nation. And whereas the President of the United States annually declares May as Older Americans Month, this year he will do so with the theme Age My Way. This month, because this month focuses on how older adults can age in their communities, living independently for as long as possible and participating in ways they choose. And whereas additionally, the Governor of Maryland annually proclaims May to be the Older Marylanders Month, now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County that the month of May be known as Calvert County Older Americans Month. By this action, let it be known that we honor and are indebted in Calvert County for our older citizens for their lifetime achievements and service to our county. Given on our hands and seal this 10th day of May 2022, signed by the commissioners. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much for what you do. We appreciate it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all have a great day. Okay, there's a time limit on hugs.
It's going to see here.
So the next proclamation we have today is National Safe Boating Week. Commissioner Gadway.
Thank you again, sir. Now that we've had the Navy and the Marines, now let's go for the Coast Guard. Please come up, Coast Guard Auxiliary. And the Sea Scouts.
Good morning. My name is Bill Smith. I'm a member of the United States Coast Guard Auxiliary, Flotilla 2306, Drum Point. And we're here today to accept the proclamation for National Safe Boating Week. And I also have with me the Sea Scout from our Solomon's Sea Scout troop.
I'm Ray Feller. I'm in the flotilla with Bill, and I'm also the division training officer.
Morning, sir.
I'm Harry Scott. I'm the Human Resources Officer for Flotilla 23-6.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Cormac Flynn. I'm here representing the Sea Scouts of Ship 548 for National Safe Boating Week. I'm the bosun for the Sea Scout ship, and we are chartered by the Calvert Marine Museum. Our support comes from the Coast Guard Auxiliary of Drum Point, Flotilla 2306, and Solomon's Flotilla 2302. I have with me my mom, who is the adult mate for Sea Scout Ship 548, and we're here to say, wear a life jacket when boating. Thank you.
Jessica Flynn, adult mate for Sea Scout Ship 548.
My name is Connie Cosgrove. I'm with Flotilla 23-6 Drum, and I'm the secretary, the public affairs officer, and the publications officer at Division. And I'm going to take a minute for a picture. Okay, guys, group up. I hope so bossy.
It's been quite a while since I've seen a bosun's whistle. Are you good at it?
No.
Okay. Then I won't put you on the spot. I won't put you on the spot. Thank you all so much for coming up. If you watch our commissioners' meetings, you know that there are times when we get into a little inter-service rivalry, which is all in good jest. We have the Marines represented over here, and I'm happy to know that now we have Coast Guard represented on the Board of County Commissioners. So thank you guys for everything you do. I personally know from my past how much you guys do in the community, doing the boating and making sure that boating is continuously safe through education and everything else. One thing I do want to comment, we're going to be talking about some of the things in Safe Boating Week. Recently, I believe it was last year or the year before, if one of you guys know, please help me out on it, that lanyards, kill lanyards, are now required. Can I get you to explain that for everybody, please?
Bill, it was last year, the Congress and the Coast Guard made a new law. Anything boat built after 2018 must have a cutoff switch. So what they've done, they've made it so that it's the same as on a jet ski. And you know, on a jet ski, when you fall off the jet ski, it shuts down. So now they've instituted that particular requirement on vessels that are built after 2018. This year, they instituted an additional requirement. All fire extinguishers must be within 12 years. If you have a fire extinguisher over 12 years on your vessel, it is not compliant with the Coast Guard.
I appreciate that. And we've had some tragic boat accidents in the bay over the course of the last few years where a vessel is found still under power, operating without anyone on board. Those are tragic. Those kill lanyards can help that. So we've seen videos. It's bad, but when a captain goes overboard and his vessel's unattended, a lot of times the vessel will start just going around in a circle. Wear those lanyards. I know that they're awkward. I personally know they're awkward sometimes, but wear them. They're there for a reason. They're there for your safety as well as all the other boaters out on the water. So thank you very much. Whereas the National Safe Boating Council's Safe Boating Campaign is a worldwide effort focused on responsible boating. The campaign encouraged boaters to always wear life jackets while on the water. And whereas, while being an excellent source of recreation, boating can be a risky sport. Many people lose their lives each year in boating-related accidents in the United States. The vast majority of these fatalities are caused by human error or poor judgment, not by the boat or the equipment or environmental factors. And whereas, boating advocates recommend all boaters and passengers have a life jacket and wear it at all times while boating, regardless of their age or experience level. Data shows that 86% of reported drownings occurred when the person wasn't wearing a life jacket. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County that the week of May 21 through 27, 2022, be known as the National Safe Boating Week in Calvert County, to promote safe and smart boating year-round. Be it further proclaimed that by this action, we urge all citizens to wear it while boating. Given under our hands and seal this 10th day of May, 2022, signed by all commissioners.
So the next proclamation that we have this morning is to recognize our EMS services in Calvert County. So I'm going to ask those of you in the audience that are here representing a different branch, please come forward and introduce yourselves and where you're from, please.
Good morning, Heather Howes, EMS Specialist for Calvert County. And we have EMS and Sheriff's Office, Calvert Health, all of us here that make up the whole EMS component and save lives daily here in the county.
I'm Abby Webb, and I'm an EMS sergeant at North Beach Fire Department.
My name's Kaylee Peak, and I'm also an EMS sergeant at North Beach Fire Department.
Willie Graham, Fire Chief of Prince Frederick Volunteer Fire Department.
Paula Bailey, Quality Assurance Officer, St. Leonard Fire Department.
Don Ensko, Chief Engineer for the Prince Frederick Volunteer Rescue Squad, Company 4.
Mike Throwfall, Lieutenant of Huntingtown Volunteer Fire Department and Rescue Squad.
Richard Hargrave, Fire Captain, Solomon Volunteer Rescue Squad Fire Department. Go Navy.
Ethan Johnson, EMS Lieutenant over at Dunkirk Volunteer Fire Department.
Daniel Firth, Chief, Calvert County Rescue Dive Team.
Tessa Gannell, Assistant Chief, Calvert Advanced Life Support.
Ken Miller, Chief of Calvert Emergency Services.
Jen Langford, Calvert Health.
Nancy Wilson, Calvert Health Emergency Department.
Calvert County Sheriff Mike Evans.
First Sergeant Bevar, Maryland State Police.
First Sergeant James Lawless, Maryland State Police Aviation.
Stacy Class, Assistant Chief for the 911 Center.
Who's your friend?
This is Angel. She's a therapy dog for the 911 Center. This is a lot for her.
She's very happy to be here.
Hey, don't make like a tree now.
Is that all? So, those of you out there know I spent over 30 years at the Prince Frederick Volunteer Fire Department. I'm very proud of that time. So I have a great appreciation for what you all do every day for the citizens of Calvert County. And you also out there may not know that up until 2 years ago, we were 100% volunteer. The last county in the state of Maryland that had 100% volunteer. But because of the growth that we've seen and the amount of calls, we now have some career folks integrated into the system to help support the volunteers. But just on behalf of the commissioners and all the citizens in Calvert County, I want to take this opportunity personally to thank all of you for what you do, volunteering your time and your talents, time away from families, to help the citizens of Calvert County, total strangers, that you have no idea who they are, but just out of the goodness of your heart, you go out and help those individuals in their time of crisis, and the dog especially. So I have a proclamation to read, and I left my glasses behind again. Whereas emergency medical services are a vital public service, the members of the EMS system serving Calvert County are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And whereas the EMS system consists of first responders, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, educators, administrators, emergency nurses, and emergency physicians, Calvert County Fire Rescue EMS first responders have provided volunteer services to the county for over 90 years. And whereas the EMS team members, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. Residents of Calvert County benefit daily from the knowledge and skills of these highly trained individuals. And whereas the unwavering response to emergency calls, performing life-saving skills under stress, and providing patient care in intense situations does not end when the shift does. EMS is also community care that takes time, energy, and heart far beyond the scope of everyday calling. And whereas EMS, Rising to the Challenge, is the theme for EMS Week 2022, this theme is particularly meaningful as it reminds citizens that every day our EMS first responders are faced with many new challenges, yet they still rise above them all to respond, support, and care for the needs of our community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County that the week of May 15th through the 21st, 2022, be known as Emergency Medical Services Week in Calvert County. Be it further proclaimed that the appreciation of all Calvert County citizens is hereby extended to the Calvert County Public Safety Team providers who go beyond the call every day to create positive change in our community and a direct, long-lasting impact. Given on our hands and sealed this 10th day of May, 2022, signed by all commissioners. Congratulations and thank you very much for what you do.
Can I get you two gentlemen to hop in the back row? And then everybody in the front, can you kind of turn profile, kind of stack a little bit better? And then I'm gonna try to get you down here.
Pick him up.
There we go. Okay. Make sure everyone can see the camera lens. If you can't see it, can't see you. Here we go. 1, 2. One more. Hey, Pooch. There we go. Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Hey, yellow fire trucks are fast.
But red fire trucks put the fire out faster. So the next proclamation we have on the agenda is for Law Enforcement Memorial and Appreciation Day. Commissioner Gadway.
If you want to, you can.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll let you.
I'm sorry.
Please, yes.
I still haven't put my glasses on.
Captain Roscoe Jones.
Captain Tim Fredman.
Lieutenant Dave Canning, good morning. Captain Ricky Cox, good morning, thank you. Lieutenant Brian Bowen.
Lieutenant Tim Buckmaster.
Assistant Sheriff Dave McDowell.
Major Steve Jones. Detective Sergeant Hunt.
First Sergeant James Lyles.
First Sergeant
Where's your
Beavar.
glasses?
Major T.D. Reese. Lieutenant Charles Paul.
Captain Kevin Cross.
Sheriff Mike Evans.
Whereas the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County desires to recognize the dedication of the many men and women who serve in the Calvert County Sheriff's Office and State Police. Whereas these courageous individuals choose to wear the uniform, selflessly risking their lives in the performance of their duties, serving their communities, knowing the dangers and challenges that encompass their day as they protect and serve the public with pride and dignity. And whereas peace officers are the front line in preserving our right to live in a crime-free environment that is all too often threatened by the insidious fear caused by violence in a community. And whereas numerous men and women presently serve Calvert County citizens as guardians of the peace. And whereas the well-being of all citizens of Calvert County is preserved and enhanced as a direct result of the vigilance and commitment of these law enforcement personnel. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County will join our nation in recognizing May 15th, 2022 as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of the 472 officers killed nationwide in 2021 in the line of duty. We call upon the citizens of Calvert County to pause to remember and pay solemn tribute to those officers who made the ultimate sacrifice, their families who supported them, and their fellow officers for their devotion. Be it further proclaimed that Tuesday, May 10th, 2022, be recognized as Law Enforcement Memorial and Appreciation Day in Calvert County, and all citizens should observe this date with the appropriate ceremony and display of respect, which these officers have so nobly earned and deserve. Given in our hands and sealed this 10th day of May, 2022.
Profile up a little bit and scoot in. All right, here we go. Everyone find the lens. 1, 2. One more. 1, 2.
Thank you. Yes, sir. You too. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely. Anytime, Sheriff. Thank you. Yes, sir. Colonel? How are you? Thank you. Absolutely. There's a reason. Thanks for what you do.
Yes, sir.
So those of us that live in Calvert County our entire lives probably don't appreciate and take for granted the safe community that we live in because of the actions of law enforcement and EMS and fire service. You know, when you pick up the phone, they show up, they do a good job, and we all just take it for granted that it's going to happen. But that's not true in every community across this country, so we are very blessed, and we should not forget that. Next item on the agenda is appointments. Deputy Director Vasallo.
Morning, Commissioners. You have 3 rounds of appointments this morning. First one's for the Solomons Architectural Review Committee, and staff is requesting that the board adopt a motion to appoint Elizabeth Wyro as a member of that. Let's try that in English. Appoint
got that part
Elizabeth
covered.
Wyro in that area, please, for Solomons.
So moved.
Sorry.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that we appoint Elizabeth Ryro to the Architectural Review Committee for the Solomons Town Center. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Your second round of appointment is for the St. Leonard Architecture Review Committee. Staff is requesting that you reappoint Dale Weems. Once you do so, you'll have 4 vacancies remaining.
Gentlemen?
So moved.
Second.
Look, I know he's a Weems, but he's still a good guy, so I don't quite understand the hesitancy there, but I have a motion and a second that we reappoint Dale Weems to the Architectural Review Committee for the St. Leonard's Town Center. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right, and your final round of appointments is for the Environmental Commission, and staff is requesting that the board appoint Kevin Britt. And should you appoint Mr. Britt, you'll have 3 vacancies remaining.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that we appoint Kevin Britt to the Environmental Commission. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is new business, Department of Parks and Recreation.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Shannon Nazal, Director of Parks and Recreation. I'll go ahead and read the memo. Background: Southern Maryland Electric Company, or SMECO, has previously installed electric vehicle chargers at other Calvert County publicly accessible locations. This includes the Courthouse Annex, Fairview Library, Southern Community Center, and Calvert Marine Museum. These chargers can be utilized by any electric vehicle and charge the users to use the station. Discussion. Expansion has been authorized for SMECO to utilize park locations. This includes the use of Dunkirk District Park and the Edward T. Hall Aquatic Center. These facilities will have installed Level 2 chargers for public use during park hours of operation. Fiscal impact. There is no fiscal impact as costs for installation and maintenance will be the responsibility of SMECO. And conclusion recommendation, staff recommends the Board of County Commissioners execute the agreements with SMECO for electric vehicle charging stations at Dunkirk District Park and the Edward T. Hall Aquatic Center. I'll answer any questions if you have any.
I don't see any. Questions, actions?
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second that we authorize the board president to sign the completed agreements as recommended by staff for installations at Dunkirk Park and Hall Aquatic Center. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you, Director Nadal. Next item under new business, Department of Finance and Budget, Board of Education. Good morning, Edie.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm Sharon Strand, the Director of Finance and Budget. Today, we have two memos for you for the Board of Education, and I'll go ahead and read the first memo. And I'll let Edie introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Edie Hutchins, Chief Financial Officer for Calvert County Public Schools.
After I read the memo, if you have any questions, Edie's here to answer any questions that you might have. Background, the Board of Education is requesting that the Board of County Commissioners approval of a budget adjustment. Intercategory transfers require the BOCC's approval. The attached memo details the request. In summary, the BOE requests to make the following changes: to decrease certified teacher salary and increase by $750,000, increase contracted bus routes of $545,000, and increase special ed transportation by $205,000. Also to decrease group hospitalization insurance by $170,000 and increase the special ed transportation by $170,000. Fiscal impact, there is no fiscal impact to the county for this action. Conclusion recommendation, staff recommends the BOCC approve the budget adjustment.
So just as she has reviewed, this transfer request is to help to provide the funding needed to pay the additional costs for the bus drivers and the benefits associated with their pay for this fiscal year.
Once this budget adjustment, if and when it's approved, the $750,000 taken out of the certified teacher salary, how much does that leave as a buffer or an extra still in the certified teacher salary budget for the remainder portion of the year?
There will still be $700,000 in that account.
So is that excess created by vacancies or people that just are not certified? Because
Well, it's both. It's turnover, but then we also have a fair number of teachers on the provisional pay scale.
and is your turnover normal, would you say?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes, that it's not excessive. And the amount of savings really depends on the number of people leaving who are more experienced folks versus the number of people coming in who are newer and less experienced.
And there is a certified teacher, correct?
Oh, yes.
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 So this money was in the budget for those certified teachers?
Yes.
Okay. And how many certified teachers do we have? Do you know?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. Once upon a time, I believe we had somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 40 people on the provisional pay scale. So it's probably close to 800 regular ed certified teachers.
Okay. Any other questions? Actions?
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second that we approve the budget adjustment as presented by the Board of Education. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
All right, I'll go ahead and read the second memo. Background, the Board of Education is requesting the Board of County Commissioners' approval of a budget adjustment for federal awards that were not outlined in the BOE's operating budget in fiscal year 2022. The attached memo details the request. In summary, the Board of Education requests to increase revenues and expenditures as shown in Attachment A. Fiscal impact, there is no fiscal impact to the county for this action. Conclusion recommendation, staff recommends the Board of County Commissioners approve the budget adjustment.
So for the current fiscal year 22, we budgeted $1.7 million for the Head Start program. We actually received $1.9 million for the current Head Start budget. The increase, $223,000, primarily to pay for the increased costs. Salaries for the Head Start staff, so increased salaries as well as benefits, health insurance, and Social Security taxes. Additionally, there's $17,000 for technical training and assistance money that we did not budget for, that we're receiving to provide professional development to Head Start staff.
And this is a state grant?
These are federal
Federal
awards.
grants?
Yes.
Okay.
Move to.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, sir. You can go ahead and motion. I'll second it, and then we can discuss it.
All right. Then I will move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the budget transfer. Any discussion on that motion?
Yes, please, sir. The instructional salaries and wages of $182,000, is it safe for me to understand, or I was briefly looking at it, does it look like that's a couple of more people coming in, new?
Primarily, that is a COLA, 3.24% COLA for all staff, and increased hours. Duty days increased for Head Start staff from 210 workdays per year to 214 workdays per year. In addition, there were some other staff who used to work 2 hours a day. Now they're working 4 hours a day. So it's primarily increased hours as well as pay rates.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not going to ask a question. Not this time.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Edie.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Sharon.
Have a good day.
Thank you,
Next item on the agenda is public comment. Mr. County Attorney.
Mister, is there anyone in the audience? So there are two callers on Zoom. I'll ask them to press star 9 if they wish to provide public comment. It could be identified by the last 4 digits of your phone number. Board of County Commissioners has adopted rules of procedure for public comment to maintain the order and decorum of the governmental process. The Ethics Commission has also asked us to remind us people that the speakers of public comment that are lobbyists include those who seek to influence public policy and must register in advance. So I see one caller, last 4 digits, 2803. You can press star 6 to unmute yourself. Please identify yourself and whether speaking as an individual or speaking as a designated representative of a group. You'll be provided 2 minutes as an individual or 5 minutes as the designated representative of a group.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Joseph Cormier, and I'll be speaking on behalf of myself. I just wanted to call in and thank you for recognizing the NJROTC. It's an excellent program for our high school students, and I hope that program continues on and can be expanded to include more students. The Sea Scouts is another great opportunity for our children in Calvert County, and thank you for recognizing them. I want to thank you for approving the agreement with SMECO to increase the number of charging stations in the county. I think we need more of those than we need car washes and gas stations across from car washes and gas stations. And thank you for approving the Board of Ed requests for those transfers for transportation. I appreciate all the things you've talked about today. And thank you for all the hard work and decisions you have up there.
And caller with last 4 digits 1264 has not raised their hand. So all I have.
All right, so the next item on the agenda is Commissioner reports. Commissioner Gadway.
I was going to yield to Commissioner Hart, but I would like to let the Sheriff's Department and the correctional officers know that I really did miss coming out to your function and the awards dinner and recognition on Saturday evening. I had planned on being there, however, I had a very, very important family function that I had to attend to, and family does come first. And congratulations to all those that received awards that evening. I actually do believe that Commissioner Hart's daughter
Correctional
was
Officer of the Year.
Correctional Officer of the Year, so fantastic news all the way around. Last week after we left here, we had Business Appreciation Week. I had a great trip to quite a few different local businesses. Myself, all of us had a trip out. Not to go in and name names because I'd forget some somewhere of the different businesses, but everybody please remember to please shop local. Please take care of the businesses around here that take care of us. The chamber event Thursday evening was able to be at, had some great weather for it. The Public Safety Awards presented by the American Legion. I was able to attend that with the Trooper of the Year, the Deputy of the Year, and the Correctional Officer of the Year. And that was the American Legion Awards. And finally, Saturday morning, I was able to go down to the Calvert Maritime Festival. Had a great time down there. And I'll tell you, many years here in the county, and it was my first time inside the lighthouse and my first time out on the Tennyson. So thank you to the Calvert Marine Museum for having the festival. And it was a great time, and I'd encourage everybody in the county to go down, visit those icons of our county and those landmarks, and learn more about the history of our county. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Vice President Weems.
I have nothing to report this week, sir.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Really? So, ladies and gentlemen, our meeting is pretty brief today. We were short 2 commissioners, and the agenda was a little light, and I think we're going to set a record, at least since I've been on the board. I'll see if I can do that. I also attended the American Legion Awards with Commissioner Gadway, recognizing those police officers and correctional officers who were recognized for their service during the year. I was on the economic tour last Thursday, and we all started out at the hospital where we had lunch with the CEO, Dean Teague, and the staff, and talked about how well the hospital's doing. In fact, they're looking at opening a cancer facility somewhere in Prince Frederick in the near future, but they faced some challenges in COVID, just like everybody else, but they've been able to address those issues and keep their staff fairly stable. So we're always very fortunate to have such a great hospital here in Calvert County to serve our needs. After that, I left and went to Wear Your Spirit, which is a promotional company up in Owings. And they're doing very well. She's looking for expansion, and of course, like everybody else, having issues finding staff. But you know, it's in one way it's good to have that challenge that your business is growing to the point where you need more space and staff. We left there, went to Sassafras Beef up in Dunkirk. If you live in Calvert County and you don't buy your beef local, you're missing out on a great opportunity. Those 2 young men started a business where they're growing beef and pork, and they have jobs. This is their side job, but they do an excellent job. So you can go to the Calvert County Ag website and find them along with the other producers in the county and get your meat and produce right here in Calvert County. And once you do that, you'll never go to a grocery store again and buy any meat. I can guarantee you that. It's excellent. We left there and went to Friday's Creek Vineyard. They're on Lower Cheneyville Road. Had a good visit. They were just struggling there a little bit, trying to get their business back to where it was pre-COVID. So hopefully that'll happen soon. And then we ended up back at the farmer's market at the hospital. We all merged back together at the farmer's market, and highly recommend the cinnamon buns that were being sold there at the one bakery stand. They were excellent. Sorry you missed out, Commissioner Weems, but I didn't save you one. And on Friday night, Friday night, I attended the 41st annual Pro-Am fishing tournament at the Rod and Reel in Chesapeake Beach. that unfortunately had to be canceled because of the weather. They did have a small event Saturday for those willing to challenge the weather and go out, and somebody was successful at winning that jackpot. So, but we really appreciate the efforts of all those volunteers that organize that event and bring dollars. The first year I went, I met more people from outside of the state of Maryland than I did inside of Maryland at that event. They come from all over the East Coast to come fish in that tournament. And so it's a great opportunity for our local businesses to get some tourism dollars in their pockets. So I want to thank all those volunteers again that organized that event. And just a reminder, again, tonight is the Board of Education Candidate Forum that starts at 6:30 at the Community Center in Lusby. That will be live streamed if you can't attend in person. Also, next Tuesday night is our budget hearing, which will be held at the Harriet Brown Center at 7 o'clock. If you want to come out and make comments on the budget, we would greatly appreciate that. So, and once again, I want to congratulate Commissioner Hartsdortel, who works down at the correctional facility. She was Correctional Officer of the Year. So, it's an outstanding young lady. She was very well deserved. So, I believe that's all I have, and we're still sitting pretty good. Commissioner Weems, you have a motion for me?
I have a motion, sir, to recess to executive session pursuant to 3-305B1I to discuss personnel matters related to compensation and employment.
Before I second that, what actually is the official record of the shortest meeting?
11:15.
Okay, so
I can remember my
I
3
can't
years.
delay 18 minutes.
No, you
and
can't.
Not get out of here in one piece.
But before we vote on his motion, I did forget. I lost a farming neighbor this past week, Perrin Briscoe. The Briscoe family has been in Calvert County as long as I have. Stalwarts in the ag community in my neighborhood, and Perrin unfortunately lost his life at a pretty young age, and it was a very tragic event. So I want to give our condolences out to the Briscoe family and the Perrin family on their loss. Sorry, I missed that. I have a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you, everyone. You have a great day.